All right, good morning. So, like Mr. Wilson said, we're going to be talking about the Constitution today, as today is Constitution Day. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to watch a video that talks about the Bill of Rights. So, it's going to be a short video, only about 3 minutes, but it's going to be about the Bill of Rights, and that's going to lead us into our next activity.
Well, the Constitution took days and nights, but the writers still had to go look at it twice. Cause the states that reviewed it said, here's some advice. It should guarantee freedom, yeah, that would be nice. So the founders said, alright, and wrote the Bill of Rights. Yep, the first 10 amendments are the Bill of Rights. Well, the Constitution took days and nights, but the writers still had to go look at it twice. Cause the people reviewed it said, here's some advice. It should guarantee freedom, yeah, that would be nice. So the founders said, alright, and wrote the Bill of Rights. Yep, the first 10 amendments are the Bill of Rights. Number 1 says we can worship as we please. We can have meetings, large assemblies. We can write what we want. It's called the freedom of press. What we feel, we can say out loud. We can express.
Yes, concerned about securing your house and your farm? Through Amendment 2, you have the right to bear arms. In order to be free, do you get the picture? Each state has the right to form its own militia.
Number 3 says no soldiers in homes. The government can't just force you to loan your own private house so their soldiers can sleep, especially not in times of peace.
The Fourth Amendment is sure to get applause. No searches or sieges without probable cause. But when there is belief that a crime has been done, a warrant can be ordered then to search someone.
Then on to the Fifth Amendment, no need to tell the government things that might send you to jail. You cannot be accused of the same crime twice. That would put you in a double jeopardy. It's not right. Oh, the Constitution.
Imagine the places we'll go. Together. Expedia.
Constitution took days and nights, but the writers still had to go look at it twice. Cause the states that reviewed it said, here's some advice. It should guarantee freedom, yeah, that would be nice. So the founders said, alright, and wrote the Bill of Rights. Yep, the first 10 amendments are the Bill of Rights. Well, the Constitution took days and nights, but the writers still had to go look at it twice. Cause the people reviewed it said, here's some advice. It should guarantee freedom, yeah, that would be nice. So the founders said, alright, and wrote the Bill of Rights. Yep, the first 10 amendments are the Bill of Rights.
Number 6 gives 6 rights to the accused, like the right to know which law you might have abused. It gives the right to a fair and public trial, your own defense counsel, you know there's no denial.
I'll tell you 7 is simple when a trial is civil, meaning that no one in the dispute is a criminal. You can ask for a jury in these cases too. Usually they're over money, somebody wants to sue.
For the 8th Amendment, we compliment our government. It won't allow cruel or unusual punishment. Face the judge's hammer and end up in the slammer. You won't pay excessive bail in any given manner.
All the rights that we have, says Amendment 9, cannot be confined only to these written lines. Just because a freedom isn't here on this list, the government cannot say it does not exist.
What was meant when the last of the 10 was written? Government only has power it is given. In order to be equal, power not listed in the Constitution shall be given to the people.
Well, the Constitution took days and nights, but the writers still had to go look at it twice. Cause the states that reviewed it said, here's some advice. It should guarantee freedom, yeah, that would be nice. So the founders said, alright, and wrote the Bill of Rights. Yep, the first 10 amendments are the Bill of Rights. Well, the Constitution took days and nights, but the writers still had to go look at it twice. Cause the people reviewed it said, here's some advice. It should guarantee freedom, yeah, that would be nice. So the founders said, alright, and wrote the Bill of Rights. Yep, the first 10 amendments are the Bill of Rights. Bill of Rights, the Bill of Rights. The first 10 amendments are the Bill of Rights.
All right. So we're going to, in the Google Classroom, I posted, hold on just a second, I gotta let somebody in. All right, so in the Google Classroom, I posted just a Google Doc that has the Bill of Rights on it. So what I'm going to have you do is we're going to break out into groups of about 4 people or so. What I want you to do is appoint one group leader, and then I want you to look over the Bill of Rights and talk for 2 or 3 minutes about which one you think is the most important amendment in the Bill of Rights. And then we're going to come back, and each group leader is going to share with the class which one they picked and why. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, if I don't have any questions, then I'm going to send you into breakout rooms. Like I said, each group pick one group leader, and then I'm going to have you talk about which of the 10 amendments you think is the most important, and we'll come back, and the group leader is going to be in charge of sharing with the class. Attendance real quick. Aiden is here. Ava is here. Aya is here. Bodhi is here. Connor is here. Okay, Tara, I'm going to try sending you to another one again. Is it sending you something to join a breakout room now?
No, it's not sending anything.
Let's try. Still not seeing anything, Tara?
No, nothing's coming up.
Okay. Well, give me just a second. Let me see if it will. Madison, are you just joining, or did you get kicked out?
I got kicked out.
Okay, do you remember what group you were in? Did you get to a breakout room yet?
Yeah, I was in 5.
Okay. I'm going to send you back there.
Okay.
Okay, can you still hear me, Tara?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what I'm going to have you do, since yours isn't working, do you understand what I was asking you to do with like the Bill of Rights assignment?
Yeah.
Okay, so take like 2 minutes, think about it, come up with an answer, and we'll talk about it in just like 2 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I know I sound like I'm 50, but technology is the most frustrating thing. It should not be this difficult. And it makes no sense that it works one day and literally 12 hours later it doesn't do it. It's supposed to.
Ask you, what would cause her to get kicked out of the room?
For the, I think it was Madison that got kicked out. More than likely just like an internet snafu, like their internet might have cut out for a second or,
Okay,
yeah.
It's never that, that's all good to hear.
Yeah, it's,
But it's good that she knew, like, how do you know where to put it back in? How do you know?
so when you're using Zoom, it'll like pop up just like somebody was joining the meeting normally.
Yeah.
And so she just must have known what breakout room she was in.
Are they,
'Cause-
rooms numbered?
Yep.
So she knew she was in a breakout room 4.
Yes.
You have to put it back in that one,
Correct.
right?
Where's
Group,
Bodhi?
group 1, who is your group leader?
Come on, Bodhi.
Oh, I'm muted. Sorry to interrupt really quick, guys. Who is your group leader?
Me.
Aiden? Okay, cool. You got about 2-3 more minutes.
Okay.
Group 2, who is your group leader?
I am.
Okay. Awesome. You got about 2 or 3 more minutes. Thank you.
Yep.
Group 3, who is your group leader?
I'm not entirely sure. No one's really speaking much. I was trying to ask who was there, but no one's really said much.
All right. For right now, Luke, are you okay with explaining for your group whichever one you picked, and we'll try and figure out what's going on with the other members of your group?
I guess.
Awesome. Thank you.
I tried to ask if anybody wanted to, like, who wanted to be the group leader, but then it was just silent, so I just didn't talk.
Okay, so you guys figure that out, and I'll just call group 3. I'm just going to say Luke's group in case you guys don't remember, okay? Got about 2 more minutes. Good morning, Julius. Were you in a group already, or did you just join us?
I just joined.
Okay, so what we're talking about right now in the Google Classroom, you should see the Bill of Rights, and we're just talking about which one that you think out of those 10 is the most important amendments out of the 10.
All right.
So just take a minute, we'll talk about it in just a second. Tara, I will be with you in just a second. We will also talk about it, okay?
All right.
Group 4, who is your group leader?
It's me.
Was that Pat?
No, it's Monish.
Oh, it's Monish. Okay. You got about 1 or 2 more minutes.
All right.
Who is your group leader, group 5?
Me.
Was that McKenna?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to give you about another minute. All right, so what did you two come up with? Doesn't matter who goes first. What do you think is the most important?
I think the 4th Amendment is the most important.
Oh.
Because it should only be able to search with the warrant.
Okay. I like that answer. How about you, Julius?
The one where it guarantees you freedom of speech and religion.
Okay. I like that answer also. I'm going to bring the rest of the groups back. I just didn't want you guys to have to feel like you're out on your own, so you guys got your credit for this part of it, okay? All right, we're going to wait for just a second for everybody to come back, and then I'm going to have you guys share what you found with your groups. So, group number 1 and Aiden, what did you come up with? Aiden, are you in here? Aiden, can you hear me? Go ahead and unmute your mic and you can share which one your group chose.
We chose Amendment 6
Okay, why's that?
because, it's more detrimental because, if you get accused that you stole something by a company that's big, they've got more power than you, so you're helpless, so you can't do anything if you don't have a right to witnesses and if you don't have, what do you call it? Defendants' rights or something like that, whatever.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. That's a good answer. How about Ethan's group? What'd you come up with?
We decided that Article 1 was the most important,
Okay,
especially right now, because it's an election year, and so freedom of the press so that we can be informed of what the truth is to make the most educated decision in that respect. And freedom of speech is important because that's how we become more progressive by having new ideas and thoughts.
absolutely. How about group number 3? I think that's Luke's group.
We thought that one that's pretty important would be 10th Amendment, which says that the federal government only has the powers allocated in the Constitution. If it isn't listed, it belongs to the states or the people, which would probably cover a lot of things.
Okay, absolutely. Good answer. How about Monisha's group?
Personally, our group thought Amendment 1 was the most important since it covered the most topics.
Okay, absolutely. How about McKenna's group?
We said the First Amendment because it gives us the right of freedom of speech, and without that, we wouldn't be able to freely express our opinion.
Okay, so we had a couple of First Amendments in here. Good job, guys. So the next thing we're going to do is, in the Google Classroom, you should see 5 documents for today's Constitution Day assignment. There is a copy of the German Constitution, the Russian Constitution, Mexico's Constitution. There is a synopsis of the U.S. Constitution, and then there is there's a worksheet that says similarities and differences, and then says Mexico, Russia, Germany on the top. So the only one, there's 2 documents everyone's going to need for this activity. First one is going to be that synopsis of the U.S. Constitution, and everyone's going to need that worksheet. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to put you into 3 groups. One group is going to be assigned with Mexico, one is going to be assigned with Russia, and the other is going to be assigned with Germany. And what I want you to do is do a little comparing between the U.S. Constitution and the country that your assigned's Constitution is. So we're looking for 2 similarities and 2 differences. And you'll see that the documents are really long. I'm not expecting you to go through and read all of that. Just pick articles that you see and think, wow, that reminds me a lot of this part of the U.S. Constitution. That's pretty similar. Or, wow, we don't really see that in the U.S. Constitution. I wonder why that is. And the reason we're thinking about that is not only is it Constitution Day, but throughout the class, we're going to talk about revolutions across the world, and we're going to talk about changes in government and changes in politics for other countries. And a lot of it was stemmed off of the idea that the United States had this successful revolution. So we kind of, in a lot of ways, we kind of spawned that, and so countries replicated a lot of what we did, but they also did things differently based on what we saw, like trial and error happening for us, right? So I'm going to split you up into 3 groups, and then I will pop into each group and get who the group leader is and tell you what country you're going to be comparing the U.S. Constitution. So when we come back, so if you don't have, let's say Luke he's doing the Mexican Constitution, right? So he doesn't have to worry about Russia or Germany, because when we come back, the group leader from Russia and Germany is going to explain what they found, right? So it's kind of like a jigsaw activity. You're responsible for yours, and the other groups will give you the answers for the other parts. So I'm going to split you up into 3 groups, and I will pop in to let you know which country you're going to have. Group 1, you are going to be comparing with the Mexican Constitution. Give me a group leader. Aiden? Okay, sounds good. You're going to have about 10 minutes. If you need more time, I'll pop in a couple minutes to make sure you guys are doing all right. Like I said, don't worry about reading the whole document. Just look for similarities and differences. Group 2, you are going to have Germany. Who's your group leader going to be? Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
What's that?
I'm just wondering who else is actually here.
Luke, I'm going to have you talk for the group just because I can see you and I can hear your voice right now, okay? So you guys are comparing to Germany. If you have any questions, I'll pop in a couple minutes. I would say probably split it up and have half your group look for 2 similarities and have the other group look for 2 differences. But whatever works for you guys, I'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, group 3, you are going to be comparing with the Russian Constitution. Who's my group leader? All right, Pat. I'm going to give you about 10 minutes. I'll pop in a couple minutes to answer any questions. I've been telling the other groups I would maybe have like 3 of you look for similarities, 3 of you look for differences. Just tell everybody else what you're looking for. You only need 2 similarities and 2 differences. And you don't have to go through that whole document because it's really long, but just I wanted to give you a good idea of the wording of it too, because that's kind of important at times. I'll pop in a couple minutes to answer any questions, but go ahead and get started. No Maya. Oh, Mackenzie is here. So the only ones we're missing today are Annika and Maya, and I think Maya is the one that hasn't been here for the most part.
Let's see. Is there a student in there? They have this new one that they added in. Not sure when you was new they added in. Julius. Okay in there?
Yep, he's here. I think he was here on, what's today, Wednesday? I'm pretty sure he was in here on Monday too.
And then Mackenzie Clemens is another one that
I did not have Mackenzie Clemens.
and then I think Vargas, Delian,
Nope.
I think she may have dropped off.
Wait, so adding another Mackenzie to this hour? Seems almost impossible, but that would make 3 Mackenzies in this hour.
McKenna, Mackenzie, and Mackenzie with a Y.
Yeah, we have McKenna, Mackenzie H, and Mackenzie A right now.
Yeah, that's, oh, wait, we have Mackenzie, McKenna, Mackenzie.
Oh, yeah, so-
4. The one that's added on is,
Is that an ingenuity, or is she actually going to be in?
I don't know, she's on my, she just came up yesterday. So, I'm not sure. I like that name, Mackenzie.
It's the Mexican.
How are we doing so far, guys? Any
They're a
questions?
bit more. Did they? All right, because I can't find this one. Did they say that the genders are equal in the U.S. Constitution, Mr. Whatever, I forgot.
Hughes.
Mr. Hughes?
I don't
'Cause I'm
believe.
searching for it.
I don't believe that's explicitly in the original document. No.
So one
Okay.
difference would be that the Mexican Constitution explicitly states that both genders are equal.
That all humans are equal, I think it says,
Yeah.
right?
How are you guys?
All people.
How are you guys doing? How many more things do you have to do?
How many did you want for each?
2 similarities, 2 differences.
I think we're good then.
Okay. I'm gonna get. Do you guys? So if you guys are all set, it's gonna be a couple more minutes. I'm gonna go check on the other groups, then I'm gonna bring you back. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good job, guys.
The freedom to move around the country.
How are you guys doing? Do you have any questions?
We're doing pretty okay.
Okay.
So far, we thought of a handful of differences, and we have one out of 2. We have a handful of similarities and 1 out of 2 differences so far.
Okay. Awesome. So if I give you like 3 more minutes, are you gonna be okay?
Most likely.
Cool. See you in a couple minutes then.
Alright.
Could be.
How are you guys doing so far? You got any questions?
Not really. We're just looking through.
Awesome. If I give you guys like 2-3 more minutes, are you gonna have enough for 2 of your similarities and 2 of your differences?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you a couple more minutes and I'll bring you back. All right.